Welcome to another Farm Town Misadventure with Charlie Manylayers and JJ. In this episode, we'll be showing you how and why you would want to freeze or unfreeze your flowers on your farm. If this video helps you, click on like. And if you have questions, please ask. You can find links on my YouTube channel, to my YouTube, to my Facebook, and to my Farmtown Farms. This is Farm 39. Enjoy. As you can see, we've got lots of flowers. We've got crops over here, crops down here. There's also a bunch of water around here. We'll show you that in a little bit. But first off, you'll notice when we mouse over our flowers here that they are ready for harvest. These are ready for harvest. These are ready for harvest. I go over here and put them over here. Those are frozen. These are frozen. These are frozen. They're all frozen except for those. We can confirm this by going into our toolbox and going over and grabbing a nice tool for doing flowers, say this one here. And you'll notice they all disappeared except these here. And well, there's one over there and one over here, and those are not frozen. So what we're going to do is close that before I accidentally do something I don't want to do. Why would I want them hidden? Well, for decorations only. And of course, unfrozen if I want them for products, for ingredients. And in this particular case, it's more important for me to take and have these as display, ready for harvesting. If I wanted to show flowers that were halfway to harvest or just been planted, I could also freeze them there. How do I freeze them? Well, there's one way. You can come up here and just put your mouse on a flower that you want to hide from the harvester, and you just left click, and down on the drop down it says freeze growth. It'll freeze that, and it will not be able to be harvested. It will need watering occasionally. As I do have crops on this farm, they are irrigated quite regularly, so therefore I don't have to worry about flowers being watered here. Plus, I have lots of nice friends and neighbors that visit and like to water things when they can. Anyway, I could, if I wanted a whole bunch of these, well, that's going to be quite involved because I can sit here and click there and freeze. Now, how do I know which ones I haven't gotten? Only by running my mouse over the thing and knowing exactly where it's at. Am I going to find it? But there is an easier way that Farmtown has given us. And it's only really economically feasible if you do a lot of what I'm doing here. And because there's a tool called a freeze unfreeze tool for flowers, and it costs 50 farm cash. And it shows up on our toolbox right above the watering can. Okay, which is right here. And there it is right there. Freeze or unfreeze flowers in bulk. We just click on it, and it has several versions. Or say we come up here and we want to unfreeze, let's say these, I think these are African violets over here. Say I wanted to unfreeze them. I just click on there, and I can click it on freeze or unfreeze. Well, right now, you'll notice we have unfreeze clicked, and it tells us we have 435 African daisies. Do we want to unfreeze them? If we do, we click here. We'll go over here and grab that harvester again. And you can see it is now available to harvest. And as we had a ring of African daisies over here, and we unfroze all of them, we have them there as well. But because of our purpose of this particular farm, we want them to be all unable to be harvested by your super neighbor, by yourself even. And I'm going to click on here to get so I don't harvest it accidentally. Click on the walking person. Okay, they come back to visibility there. And so we're going to freeze it. You would do this by going up here again into your toolbox. Come up here, right above the watering can, right there. Click there. Put it on any. I'm going to freeze all farm or all flowers on this farm. So let's go over here and click. And I have it still unfreeze. Well, they're already unfrozen. And it actually tells us we only got 124 to unfreeze, but there's none to actually be unfroze. So we click on freeze, and it asks us if we have all these, or do we want to freeze all flowers on this farm? That is the true what we want to do, because we want to freeze all of them. So we click on this one, and it comes and asks me, make sure I want to do this. I do. Click it, and it should be done. Now, just to check it, we will take and do two things. First off, I get rid of the tool. Click on the walking person. Okay. And I'm going to reload the farm. Probably not necessarily, but I like to run through my checklist in my brain. Okay, we've reloaded them. Now let's go check the proof. We click on the toolbox, come over and pick up a flower harvesting tool, and we'll just go to this one. It doesn't matter which one, and there are no flowers to be harvested. So that's what we've had to do. Now, in this case, I'm doing large amounts in great big areas. We'll go look at some of the examples I have. We're on my home farm, and in this case, the only crop, flower, tree, pond thing I have on is the flowers. And most of these flowers are going to be hidden when we pull out the harvesting tool. There's none harvestable here at this point in time. Yet, if we look at these flowers here, they are frozen right here. So there's a few here that have been harvested by my super neighbor, so they're not harvestable right now either. Also, we'll go to another one. Here's a farm where I have gone through and frozen flowers for, in this case, a person's name. where I was checking them out to see how effective it was, where you can make whatever design you want. In this case, I was using flowers to do writing. That's just one example. Let your imagination run wild. If this video has helped you, don't hesitate to click on like and ask questions if you have them. Thank you and happy farming.